the Golden West College softball tournament, the Go West Invitational here on SportsNetUSA.net. The second day of the Invitational, as we have the Santa Barbara Unity College softball squad against the Southwestern squad. Southwestern coached by Mosadeghi. That's Yasmin Mosadeghi. And for Santa Barbara, they will be coached by Paula Congleton. As Santa Barbara will be the visiting team, Southwestern the home team. Southwestern will take the field first here at Golden West College. Corey Nalen, Mark Pavlovich, and a host of others here to call the action for you. Mark, what do we expect today?
Well, we expect a Southwestern team that's going to take advantage of every mistake out here. Really, you're going to see a carbon copy of two teams that like to run. On Santa Barbara, yeah, they've got a little power on their team, but to them, a power hitter or what they call a blue chipper is somebody that can hit a double or better. Southwestern's the type of team that gets up and runs when they have an opportunity. We saw that last night in our last game when Golden West played Southwestern, and Southwestern squeaks out a victory in 7 innings against the Golden West College that thought they had a victory, and it leaked away from them at the very end. Southwestern will take advantage any time they can when they're on the bases. If they're bobble, we'll see. One of the things that we might see tonight, too, is a discussion with the umpires. Last night in Southwestern's first game, rule violation. Blocking first base. What was it? A toe on the bag. And Southwestern looked at the umpire and said, you need to understand the rules in playing this game. So let's get ready to go with Santa Barbara. We're going to start it off with Sydney Towns, who's going to be playing shortstop, as my lineups in the wind take everything away from me here, which is always fun. So she'll be the leadoff hitter for Santa Barbara, followed by Alyssa Jewell and Crystal Vieira. Jewell will be playing second base. Vieira is at third today for Santa Barbara as they get ready to go. Out there, those are our first three hitters, followed by McNee, Ogan, Bellard, King, Jackson, Salas, and then the young lady who's in the circle and is the flex player today, Rebecca Poland. That's who's going to be out there. When you look at the defensive side for Southwestern, it's going to be West behind the plate. Jasmine, who had a great game yesterday in that second game, is going to be in the circle. Marissa Samarusti at first. Victoria Fanu at second. Brandy McChrystal, a shortstop who's got a gun, got a range. Maybe the one thing that you'll see from her, she goes a little deep playing at shortstop. Tries to travel in the hole a little too much, but a great shortstop for this Southwestern team. Sandra Riza, solid over at third base, and a very good outfield from left to right. It's going to be Riolo, Perez, and Taronis out there from left to right. All three have great arms. That gives you the offensive setup and the defensive setup for this first game here today. We're going to be doing the 1, 3, and 5 game here at the Golden West College softball game. Gentlemen, it's ladies, it should be an excellent tournament. We're down the first baseline, have an interesting view as Sydney Towns steps in for the first pitch. Towns squares the bunch. She's going to take that a little low. So Towns, a little low out there. Southwestern team looking good. They're a team that can put up a lot of runs. We'll see if the Santa Barbara team can answer that. Towns takes it back up the middle. A seeing eye dog is going to start this game off as Towns gets a base hit on the very first play. So Towns takes it back up the middle, and Santa Barbara, we'll see if they're a team that likes to have a rabbit on first base and take off running.
And that's what you'll need to combat the strength and the speed of the pitching from Jamison. We saw her yesterday come in the victory against Golden West and shut them down the last 2 innings.
Alyssa Jewell now comes up there. We'll see if she's going to square. She doesn't. The slap hitter takes one high to the outside. So this is where you get the infield on the run with a slap hitter. We'll see if Southwestern moves people around just a little. They're up at the corners for this slap hitter in Jewell. Second hitter for Santa Barbara comes up again. Takes that one just off the plate. So a little slap hitter. Batting number 2 can drop it down or can do a variety of things. You got to be a magician if you're that hitter. Batting number 2 up there. Got to move your batter over. Southwestern infield is on the move on this very next pitch. Jewell drops it down, going to be picked up by Jamison. Nice little sacrifice on the play, a traditional play in softball.
So again, moving the runner over is what you need. With that, no outs. You move him over to second base and get him in a scoring position, and that'll bring up Crystal Vieira to see what she can do to drive one in.
Vieira, that person that brings home the runs. This is what Santa Barbara does. Sets the table for their number 3 and 4 hitters and see what they can do. First pitch right on the corner. Jamison works it outside, inside, up and down. Can throw 4 pitches basically out there. She throws a rise ball, a drop ball, a curve ball, and an occasional slider. Next pitch by Jamison works high and outside. That's going to even the count at 1-1.
Crystal Vieira bats .406 coming into this tournament. He's got 13 hits and scored 11 times.
1-1 count. Nice little easy fly ball to Riola over in left field for Southwestern. No advancement on the play, and that's what you like about a fielder that can handle that fly ball and hold the runner at second. 2 down. Runner at second base. Top of the first. No score. 1 hit has started this game. Jamison on the mound for Southwestern. Carmen West, her battery mate behind the plate, looks over to the dugout to get the call. This one fouled over in our direction as Madison McNee is up now. McNee, the cleanup hitter and designated player of this game for Santa Barbara. Little banged up, won't be out there.
So McNamee out there bats .375 on the season. He's got 10 RBIs. That is 3rd on the team.
McNee takes it down the right field line. If we reach out, we almost grabbed that one. Nobody dived over the fence to get an autograph, so. Serena trots back over. I thought she'd give me a little autograph and toss the softball in my direction. It just didn't happen.
You're not that cute.
Oh, I think she's very attractive.
I said, you're not that cute.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So McNamee takes that one high.
Goes over to third. So McManamy. Okay, I spelt it wrong on my score sheet then. Is that what they've got? You've got the official
score sheet. You've got 2 M's.
Okay.
So there's that in there. So McNamee.
Runner at third on that pass pitch. So Sydney Towns in scoring position. 2 outs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 22 squared. We'll see what happens here in the next pitch. Yasmin almost sneaks that one by. Just getting enough bat on it to foul it off.
Santa Barbara yesterday won their 2 games. They beat East Los Angeles 3-1 in the 9 a.m. game. And they beat Antelope Valley 9-8 in the 11 o'clock game. Later on today, they'll play Golden West at 5.
High and away on that pitch. It's going to load the count. 3-2. Runner at third. 2 outs. No score. Top of the first. Santa Barbara trying to get on the board. Jamison to the plate. Fouled off again. So that's what you've got on that cleanup hitter. You've got to have really those strong outfielders for Southwestern also. Perez in center field playing a little deep.
And Mark Tamika, this is the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
Yes, and you have McNamee that's on the season has had 9 hits and 3 runs.
She works the count, gets a free ride over to first base. So that's going to bring up Ogun. Runners at the corner, 2 outs, top of the first. Santa Barbara trying to find something to get on the score sheet.
Ogun has a batting average of 1.33 this season.
Takes that first pitch for a strike. Jamison looking for that knockout strikeout here. Fouls the next one off. So the pitcher's now in the driver's seat, in the circle. Should work that breaking ball down and away, see if they can get that batter to fish for it. Outfield straight away, infield at normal depth. just off the plate. 1-2 count. 1-2 to the hitter. Runners at the corner. No score in this game. Little humid out here today at Golden West College. Swings through that one, strike 3. So Southwestern has an opportunity, but they do what they need to do to stop Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara leaves 2 runners on. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners stranded at the end of the top of the first. It's Santa Barbara, the Vaqueros. 0 Southwestern, 0 and coming up. Southwestern here in the bottom of the first. Starts off with Perez, McChrystal, Jameson, and then in the hole will be Reza. Those are the 4 first for Southwestern against this Santa Barbara team against, well, Rebecca Pullen, who is really somebody who's got 5 pitches in that circle. She throws as a rise ball, she throws a drop ball, she throws a curve ball, she throws a knuckle curve, and her out pitch is her breaking pitch that she will work down and away to right-handed hitters. So we'll see if she does that today. Monica Salas is her battery mate. Lindsay King over at first. Jewel over at second. Ogan over at short. Vieira at third. Ballard in left. Towns in center. And Jackson in right. That's the defensive lineup for Santa Barbara. Which name now are you looking at me?
Not that I should have put that bigger.
Oh, for me to be able to read it?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm an old man out here. You know, we used wooden bats when we played softball. That's
You
when,
use your fingers
you know,
and tape.
that tape, that's true.
And Southwestern yesterday, Mark, Tamika, they beat Antelope Valley 8-4. Antelope Valley had a rough day yesterday, losing both of their games in that first set. And then they beat Golden West in the 5 o'clock matchup. They came back from behind. They were down 6-3 in the final inning. They came back and put up 4 runs to take that.
And speaking of Antelope Valley, yeah, they did have a rough day. They lost their game earlier today.
Yeah, Pullen this weekend has pitched 12 innings, and she threw 4 different pitches, a rise, a change, a drop, and a curve. So let's see which one she's actually going to throw today.
Perez comes up first for Southwestern. I'll let you keep correcting me. Perez, the speedy little leadoff hitter for the Southwestern team, takes the first pitch for a strike. Another slap hitter. So what you get from those left-handed slap hitters, they like to come up, take that swing, taking that first step out of the batter's box. Next one's close, they're going to call it a ball, and that's what they actually do. They take a crossover step when they're up at the plate, and they're actually running out of the box. Last night, Mr. Nealon called a couple slap hitters out because they were 3 feet outside of the box when they swang. Hard little shot, drop over there, taken by Jewel. Jewel flips over for the first out.
And it really is it's an art form to be a slap hitter. You got to stand far enough in the box to be able to be in the box, maybe half a step outside by the time you make contact. And we were talking to Coach Brasney yesterday when she was talking about the lost art of the drag bunt. That would be such a crucial feature in the left-hander's game.
McChrystal now up at the plate, takes the first one low.
And not just for a left-hander's game. If you're looking at a right-handed batter able to drag bunt across the body and across the plate, especially with a speedy person coming out the box, it's virtually unstoppable.
Next pitch, in the hole for a base hit. So McChrystal gets the first hit for Southwestern.
McChrystal is a very athletic player, leading the team in hits at 27. Came into this tournament batting .450.
Jameson now looking to answer. Runner at first, 1 out, bottom of the first. No score in this game. Santa Barbara sneaks up the corners looking for a bunt. Pullen brings it. First pitch is high for a ball.
Southwestern versus Golden West. Jameson had a double, an RBI, grounded to short, and had a 2 RBI double in the 6th.
Next pitch, there goes the runner. Throw to second, not in time. So McChrystal gets a great break from first base and easily steals second. Puts a runner in scoring position with one out here in the bottom of the first for Southwestern.
And that's the team leading 12th stolen base on the season for McChrystal.
So now you're going to back up on the corners if you're Santa Barbara. Still sneaking in at third base. Just pulled past Vieira over at third. Vieira just creeping down at third. Lindsey King over at first.
Jamison had a productive day yesterday, not only with those 2 RBIs against Golden West, she also had an RBI against Antelope Valley and scored a few runs yesterday in both those games.
1-2 count. A little high on that one. Pullen can put some giddy up on her pitches. Has that nice little rock in the circle. 2-2 count, 1 out. Runner at second. Driven back up the middle. They're going to make the turn at third. No, they're going to play station to station and hold the runner there. So Southwestern, runners at the corner. As Jamison comes through and gets a hit. And that brings up Sandra Reza. Runners at the corner, 1 out. Pullen in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the first. Runner heads for second, no throw. So now we have runners at second and third. Uncontested stolen base. So Southwestern, we said, was an aggressive team, comes away with 2 stolen bases here in the first inning.
Yeah, Pullen came into this game with a 5.13 earned run average. They're looking to get that here in the first inning.
Pullen slowing down the tempo of this game. Sun coming out. Pullen slowing things down. Runners at second and third. McChrystal and Jamison. Reza drives it down the left field line. Foul ball.
And what you're noticing about these hits, Mark, they're getting around on them. There's nothing coming the opposite way, so that means Pullen's not overpowering. And the bats of Southwestern are waiting to do what they do best. Wait on it and pull it.
So far, we haven't seen that breaking ball from Pullen that's supposedly her out pitch in this game. Drive right back up the middle. That should get 2 in for Southwestern. Big throw. So Reza gets that large RBI as Towns comes up gunning from center field, and they just play station to station.
That's all you need for the 3rd straight hit to put the first run on the board. There's still only 1 out here in the bottom of the first, and Fana looking to put up more damage.
Victoria Fana comes to the plate. Runners at the corner, 1 out. Santa Barbara seeing the oil start to leak from the car here in the first inning.
In the first game yesterday, Fana walked twice and had an RBI single.
Pullen trying to find an answer. Taken back up the middle, have possible turn. Throw it second for 1, back to first. Double play, just a great 6-4-3 double play for Santa Barbara's Ogun to Jewel to King. 6-4-3, and that gets them out of a huge inning as we had 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and nobody left on base at the end of 1 full inning. It's Southwestern 1, Santa Barbara 0. You're watching the Golden West College Softball Tournament on Sportsnet, USA.net. Does my official scorekeeper have different?
3 hits. McChrystal, Jamison, and
What did I
Reza.
do? Give him 1?
You gave him 2.
Oh,
It's okay.
All right.
You know how you like to cheat people. That's all right.
I got any bankers in the crowd behind me?
Keep 1 for yourself.
Okay. 1 banker behind me. That's okay. So, Santa Barbara now looking to answer as Southwestern gets on top.
As we saw in that last inning, Pullen came out and she used her aggressive speed to get the players off of the plate. She made them feel like they were getting ready to hit, and she pulled back and struck them out.
Coming to the plate for Santa Barbara is going to be Ballard, King, and Jackson. 1-0 Southwestern. That's a team that we've already seen them run a great double play, really, when you look at it on the 6-4-3 double plays. We hear all the coaches tell us, you've got to be able to turn those when you have an opportunity. And, Corey, they did have an opportunity right there to make that turn. Don't feel bad. I see him scribbling. If he had a chance, he'd be over at my score sheet scribbling on it, too.
I see he's made his home on my sheet right here.
Yeah, he has. Santa Barbara down by 1. Southwestern scores in the first inning. Is Hope Ballard, the left fielder, looking to start things off for Santa Barbara here in the top of the second. Southwestern up by 1 here in the first game. Ballard, straight up and down, lefty. Takes the first pitch low, down and away. Jamison in the circle. West, her battery mate. Simarusti over at first. Next pitch off the outside part of the plate. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 count to Ballard. Off-speed pitch, down and away. 2-1.
Ballard comes in hitting an average of 185 runs, 10, and 5 hits this season.
Ballard takes the next ball. It's going to take the count to 3-1. You watch Ballard. Ballard flexes her whole body just before she gets ready to swing on her. Cocks that front leg, looks like she wants to turn, and then leaves her hands and drops it. Just a slight hitch in her swing. 3-1 count to Ballard. And Ballard gets a free ride to first base.
Be the second walk given up by Jamison.
Brings up Lindsey King, playing first base today for Santa Barbara. So we'll see if Ballard likes to get out there and run. King at the plate. Squares, ball gets away, pass ball, and so Ballard's going to move to second.
When you look at Jamison, Mark, and Tamika, she's not an overpowering pitcher. She just pitches the ball fast and has that nice location. Against AVC, she had 4 strikeouts in that first game.
Jamison brings it home. Little giddy up on that pitch, picks it up just a little, and King swings right through it.
And that's a perfect example. Not overpowering stuff, but the location was high and tight is where she wanted it. That's where she got it, and she could result in a perfect strike.
1-1 count. Takes that breaking ball down and away. It's going to make it 2-1. Runner at second, no outs. Southwestern up by 1. Santa Barbara trying to catch up here in the top of the second. Jamison brings it home. Gets the high strike, evens the count at 2-2.
Mark, you look at the dimensions of this field where we're standing, 200 down left, 210 straight away, 200 down right.
2-2 count, swung right through, comes with that rise pitch. Get them saucer eyes going on those rise pitches.
And we've got a good advantage. We got a good vantage point on just seeing where that rise took place. Almost halfway, it starts to rise a little bit, and it gets closer to the plate, about 3 feet from the plate. It rises up to high level. They had no chance of swinging and making contact.
Maggie Jackson now, the right fielder at the plate. Runner at second, 1 out.
Maggie Jackson comes in at an average of 3.33. She's had
Next pitch, down and away. One count. 1 out, runner on second. Right down the middle. Let me just take a picture of it, not swing. That's exactly what happened to Maggie Jackson on that one. A lot of lefties on this Santa Barbara team. Jamison brings it home. Just off the plate. Looking for the call. Can't get it. Evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Top of the second.
With a lot of lefties, you got to wonder how they build their team if there's a lot of speed.
Off the end of the bat.
And with all those lefties, there should be a lot of speed out there to perfect that drag button, to slap it down, just put the ball in play, make the defense, especially at the community college level that we've seen, make them make plays.
2-2 count. Jamison from the circle. Again, offside, out of play. Runner still at second. 2-2 count. 1-0, Southwestern. Santa Barbara in their gray uniforms. Sort of look like the St. Louis Cardinals uniforms, which would make my partner Corey Nalen happy. Next pitch, deep drive. It's going to hit the gap. Go all the way to the wall. Home run. Kiss it goodbye.
That's Jackson's first home run of the season.
What carry on that? I tell you what, it looked like it was going to go up the gap. Then all of a sudden you realized it was going to go out, well, a little left or right of that 210 mark. It's a little right of that 210 mark where I'm standing. About 208, and Santa Barbara jumps up and gets 2 quick runs in this inning. 2-run home run.
That was just force on force. I mean, Jamison came in with a speedy fastball. Jackson said, I got the counter to that. And it was a beautiful hit.
Lot of lumber on that one. Salas now comes to the plate. Takes the first pitch low. Salas behind the plate today for Santa Barbara. So Southwestern all of a sudden feels the air get a little thinner here at Golden West College. Next one on the outside corner. Evens the count at 1-1. Santa Barbara 2, Southwestern 1 here in the top of the second. Set off the fireworks on that one. Another through the hole. Santa Barbara's found some hitting at the bottom of the order.
And you wonder if this is Jamison having to pitch 2 straight days. Had a complete game against Antelope Valley. Yesterday she came in and pitched 2 innings against Golden West, the final 2. Now she's starting here in the early afternoon. You got to wonder if a little fatigue is catching up to Yasmin Jamison.
Could be. We'll see what happens as Sydney Towns comes back up. Takes the first one high.
Towns comes in with a 3.24 batting average.
So Towns batting .324 for the season. Two to 1, Santa Barbara. Here in the top of the second. Runner over at first base. Just off the end, just could not get there. Southwestern. Reza digs for it, can't pick it out. Simarusti over at first. Reza over at third. Brady McChrystal. Brandy McChrystal over at short. Guys, you got me. You need to move all this stuff closer to my eyeglasses. Hey, Corey, stand in the middle, Tim. Nah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'll just correct my own mistakes. Thank you. High, easy fly ball. Taken right there by Perez. Perez settled under that one easy. Just said, hey, give me that old snow cone. Let me put some syrup on top and I'll catch it.
Yeah, man, Alyssa Ray Jewell will step into the batter's box. You mentioned a lot of left-handed batters. And there's putting a lot of bat on ball just to put it in play. Mark, since it's the second batter, you have a runner on first with 2 stolen bases already. Do you take the chance of sending them?
I would. considering the Jewel sacrifice last time she was up. Slap hitter takes that for a strike. Looked like she was going to be a slap hitter twice. Tried to drop a bunt. Did finally get the bunt down for the sacrifice, her first at bat. Jamison rocks and brings it home. That one gets in the dirt, so you easily on the pass ball move the runner over to second. So Salas moves over to second on a pass ball.
And if you're one of those aggressive type of coaches, this is definitely where you put the slap in play, make that defense work, because it's been a long inning. They might get a little lackadaisical. Put that ball in play.
Takes that for a strike. And the other thing, Corey, you know, when you talk about put that in play, you've got people crashing from third base. You might start the runner at second on this play also. So we'll see if they do for Santa Barbara. Runner at second, 2 outs. The pitch to Jewel in the hole. Easy little pickup. Thrown over. Not in time. And boy, it was just an easy little throw. And that's what caused that base hit.
Actually, I'm going to have to disagree with you. I think it was the bounce on that, because it had to bounce twice. McChrystal was coming up, but it was an in-between hop that had to go a second time, and that's what caused the mix-up. McChrystal has a strong arm, so she has enough gun to get her out, but that second bounce was what caused it.
So 3 hits in the inning now. First pitch is away to Vieira. Vieira flew to left last time she was up. Runners at the corner. Santa Barbara looking for more. Getting a little greedy here in the top of the second. Breaking ball. Doesn't get the call. Jamison trying to find an answer. Brings it home. Start the runner. No throw. So a stolen base for Santa Barbara.
And with 2 outs and 2 runs already home, they want to get Crystal Vieira, who popped out to left field in the first inning.
Takes the next one down the middle.
That was Jewel's 3rd stolen base of the season.
Runners at second and third. Top of the second. And so we load the bases up. And now Jamison really could be in trouble. So Madison comes to the plate, and we get timeout. So here in the top of the second, timeout already, as Santa Barbara has the bases loaded. Santa Barbara looking to just open up this game and not look back here in the top of the second. Took the lead on a huge home run by Maggie Jackson. Right up the gap. Looked like it was going to drop in the gap, maybe at the base of the fence, and it just carried well for a big 2-run dinger for Santa Barbara. And Santa Barbara hasn't looked back since then. 3 big hits in this inning. 2 runs across. Bases are loaded. And the designated player, Madison, looking as we get now a replacement pitching-wise.
And that is going to be Marissa Seamer-Roosty, who comes in. They only have 2 pitchers that's pitched the whole season. And that's what you'll see in softball. Again, Mark, only 2 pitchers. Many times it's just 1 pitcher. They pitch them till their arm falls off, and that's the difference between softball and baseball, that overhand throw and this underhand throw. More stamina and more endurance for these softball players coming into the tournament. Seamer-Roosty was 3-3.
And we'll see who replaces her at first base, because she was a starting first base person for Southwestern.
And Seamer-Roosty got the win yesterday, improving her no, actually, she didn't get the win yesterday. She got a no decision yesterday. When
Jamison got the win yesterday.
Jamison got the win.
I want to write that down. 1 for Mark. Okay, thank you. I'm not right very often.
Half a one.
Oh.
Because my statement was interrupted. So half a point. I got there.
Yeah, because you were starting to take a left turn, and we should have gone right.
We got there.
Okay, that's true.
That's all that matters.
So Cimarusti now in the game. Santa Barbara, if they can get the big hit. We'll see who moves over to first base, and I've yet to see who's coming over in this direction.
It's going to be Victoria Fana. Jamison will move to second.
So Jamison now at second. Fana over at first. Cimarusti is now in the circle for Southwestern. And the designated player for Santa Barbara takes the first pitch low. No place to put her here in the top of the second. Yes, we're on a time limit for these games, 1 hour and 50 minutes. Right there, step on the bag and get out of the inning. And if you're Southwestern, 2 pitches, and you get out the way you needed to get out. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, it's Santa Barbara 2, Southwestern 1. You're watching the Golden West College softball tournament here on SportsNetUSA.net. Don't forget all our games on SportsNetUSA.net are brought to you by Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Looking for that new or used Toyota? Maybe you need some parts for the Toyota you currently have? Well, head on down to Euclid in the 91. Miller Toyota of Anaheim, open 7 days a week, and the parts department open 7 days a week for your convenience. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim, a proud sponsor of high school sports, community college sports, but most of all, education. That's Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Corey Nalen and I out here all day yesterday, saw some wonderful softball, had the pleasure of talking to, well, I'm just going to say softball greats, Mr. Nalen, that are coaching these teams. We've had the pleasure, and we'll have more pleasure today, of having some of the finer softball players that have made this historical game great through the years. And we're going to have them on the air with us today. So as I stumble and bumble my way through a softball game, they'll just make me sound brilliant sitting next to me. See, I know what I'm doing.
What I do.
They look at you and say, hey, you know a lot about softball. No, I just sat next to brilliant women and let them tell me about softball. Santa Barbara up by 2. As we head to the bottom of the second, Panu, Torres, Riolo will come to the plate for Southwestern, followed by Cimarusti. Southwestern needs to get back on the board, looking to do something. First pitch taken for a strike.
Taronis out of National City. She's a freshman. Bats left, throws right.
Taronis runs up, can't catch up with it.
Yesterday struck out against Golden West in that 5 o'clock matchup. She was 0 for 3, grounded the third, and grounded right back to the pitcher in her last at-bat.
Next pitch. Slaps it up the middle, base hit. So Southwestern answers in the bottom of the second, gets a runner at first.
And that's her first hit of this. The first hit of this tournament, Mark. She went 0 for 4 and 0 for 3 yesterday. Right now, she is sitting at 1 for 1. And when she gets on base, she is always a threat to run. She's got 8 stolen bases on the season.
Maddie Riolo comes up, playing left field for Southwestern today. Maddie fouls that one off. Runner at first, no out. Santa Barbara up by 1. Big home run. And they're half of the second. Pulling from the circle. Big dip, brings it home. Square to bunt, fouled off. Mr. Nalen, let's go back to the bunt because that's such a huge part of softball, and it just seems like the bunting game is disappearing all around.
Especially with no outs and you have 2 strikes, you're still supposed to be able to put this bunt down. Wait on it. You're giving yourself up. Your only job right now is to take that bunt, put it down, and move the runner.
Drive right up second, possible turn, little flip over. They're going to call that a 4 to 6 to 3 double play on a great turn. And you look at Santa Barbara again as Jewel flips it over to Ogun. Ogun flips it over to King for a 4 to 6 to 3 double play. That was a pretty play.
It was a great play delivered out there, but again, it's the execution, or I should say the non-execution of the bunt being able to put down. In that situation, 0-2, I'd rather have my player strike out putting down the bunt than hitting in that double play.
Simarusti now up, who is now pitching for Southwestern in this game. Takes the first one low. Simarusti likes to get up on top of the plate as a hitter, moves forward with that front foot. Poland's had the double play ball help her a couple times today. I've got this one. Was getting ready to go over the fence and lay out right off the top rope. Was going to look like Ric Flair. Woo. Going off that top. Woo!
Marissa Simarusti walked twice against AVC and struck out, scored a run in that first game against Golden West. Not too much better, but she did score a run.
Poland brings it home. Back to Poland. Flips over to first to get the out. So Southwestern goes quietly. No runs on one hit, no errors. Nobody left on base because of a giant double play. At the end of 2, it's Santa Barbara 2, Southwestern 1. As we head to the top of the 3rd inning, Santa Barbara looking to add on to the lead. It'll be Ogun, Ballard, King, and Jackson coming up. Corey Nalen, myself. The minions of Media Madness standing out here. Listeners in the Jeep, take a ride down the road. Papers everywhere, no thoughts to be found. Simarusti back in the circle for Southwestern. Jamison over at second.
And Jamison at second now. And at third, Sandra Riza stays. Brandy McChrystal at short. Maddie Riolo in left, Aaron Perez in center, and Serena Terrones in right field. The catcher will be Carmen West catching Simarusti. Sean Castro, what have you seen thus far in these first couple innings?
So far, I saw the pitcher struggle a little bit out there. We were seeing a couple walks, and putting runners on base really came to bite Southwestern as Santa Barbara got 2 early on. I'm looking forward to see what this new pitcher can do.
You know what I like about Brandy McChrystal? You look at her. We're down the first baseline. You look at her, Corey. What would a softball player look like if they're playing? They'd be covered in dirt. What is she? Covered in dirt. I love a shortstop who gets down in the dirt and gets ugly.
Her mother's definitely going to have to do some washing tonight.
Yeah. Nothing like coming home from a softball game and playing clean. You want to say, what'd you do, sit on the bench all day? No, I played 7. What'd you play?
I don't know what you guys were playing.
Where, were you always clean?
I was always clean.
Corey's style. He's always clean.
They never hit the ball his direction.
Didn't need to dive.
He couldn't move, so that's why he didn't dive.
Oh, it's all right.
We got Ogun coming up. She struck out earlier on in the game. Look to see what she can do up here.
So here she is, Santa Barbara, that big 1-run lead. Off the end, Jamison comes in, catches it quickly. 1 pitch, 1 out.
That's just what you want to see, Mark. Pitcher coming in, trying to get outs, just get ahead in the count. First pitch, first out.
Ballard now comes up. Ballard walked her last time up, got to second base on a pass ball. Ballard, King, Jackson are the next 3.
And Ballard was one of the ones that scored.
Ballard squares, can't catch up with it, ball in the dirt.
And you've seen Simarusti for the last couple days practice that drop pitch that you saw there.
Next pitch. Ballard locks that front leg, can't get around on it, takes that one as a strike. 1 out. Up by 1. Santa Barbara holding on to a slim lead. High.
Last at bat, Ballard didn't let one pass her. If it's in the zone, expect Ballard to swing the bat.
Southwestern, normal depth in the outfield and in infield. That one high and away. So Cimarusti licks the fingers, walks back, wipes them off, licks them again, plays with the ball, trying to get a grip on it, brings it home. High little pop fly. McChrystal says, I got it. She does. Out number 2.
And the batters, both batters, are dropping their hands just a fraction as the ball is coming through. And as they're swinging, they're dropping those hands just a fraction. They're coming up and lifting the ball in the air. And that's why they're not getting good bat on the ball. And so it looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter coming in. That's going to be Alexis Sorensen, checking in out of San Mateo Hillsdale High School.
So Sorensen now comes up. Santa Barbara utilizing the talent they have on their bench.
Sorensen comes in off the bench batting .083 on the year, looking to turn it around and get it, hit one on the field.
Takes that one for a strike. It's tournament play. This is where you let everybody get an opportunity. It's not conference. Tournament play, let somebody get confident at the plate. They can help you down the road. Sorensen takes the next pitch. Way off the plate, doesn't go after it. Cimarusti says, hey, look at this one. It's going to float up there like a butterfly. Sorensen says, that's right, it's pretty, but I'm not swinging. 1-1 count. Cimarusti brings it to the plate. That one off the plate, 2. 2-1. Santa Barbara, that's the score. 2-1 here in the 3rd inning. 2-run homer is the difference in this game.
And to add to that, in a tournament play, a hit like that can really change momentum and give a team a spark that they need.
Fouled off by us. But this is a Southwestern team you cannot allow to hang around. Well, we saw them yesterday. What a gritty little team they are. Next pitch. Right up the middle, and there where we talked about. It's tournament play. And Sorensen says, thank you very much, guys. I'm going to get my base hit.
Nothing more frustrating than a 2-out base hit if you're on defense. You got the first 2 out easily with 2 pop-ups in the infield. Then you deliver one right up, and it goes right back up the middle. That's one of those where Sorensen's on base. It allows your offensive unit to do a little bit more. Try to be creative with 2 outs.
Well, let's see if Maggie Jackson can hit her 2nd home run of the season. Takes the first pitch off speed. Maggie Jackson turned on it. Hit it to right center. Looked like it was going to hit the base of the wall, and it just carried all the way down to Westminster. Off the end of the bat. Tough little play. Down the field. She's going to make it there. Goes 2 for 2. Oh, Squibber that just said, you know what? I'm going to find the soft spot, Mr. Nayland, to die on the infield.
Yeah, and if it's a good hit, it doesn't get up in the middle. McChrystal would range to her left, pick that up, and throw her out or toss to second. But again, on the middle of the bat, or excuse me, end of the bat, it had some English. So instead of going right up the middle, it fakes her out, comes back to the left. She gets an infield single.
Runners at first and second, 2 out, top the 3rd, 1-run lead. And that brings up Monica Salas.
Once again, these 2-out hits, it'll really hurt the morale of the defense.
Cimarusti trying to get out of the inning. Outfield, straight away, little deep right now. Infield, deep at second and short, in at the corners for Southwestern. Right down the lines, base hit, turn the corner, gonna get 1. Picks it up, no play at home as they're gonna cut it off. And so Santa Barbara picks up that all-important insurance run.
Santa Barbara's displaying a great 2-out hitting right now, driving in a run, adding to their lead.
And Salas drives in her 18th RBI of the season. That is the team lead by far.
Mr. Nayland, you talked about that horrible 1 hit with 2 outs. Well, now you've got 3 in a row. Go to the top order. Sydney Towns now back at the plate.
Salas having a great year. She has 4 doubles on the year. She's hitting .500 And as Corey said, 18 RBIs. She's off to a very impressive start this year.
High and away to Towns. Towns says, well, you know, I might as well get up every inning, and this is her third time up. Yeah, we're in the top of the third. Santa Barbara up by 2, 3-1 here in 3 innings. Towns, easy little fly ball, called off, taken out of the air by Toronis, and that's going to be the third out. But Santa Barbara gets another run on the board. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. As we head to the bottom of the third, it's Santa Barbara 3, Southwestern 1. You're watching the Golden West College Softball Tournament on Sportsnet, USA.net. Hey, need a Toyota? Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Need some parts for a Toyota? Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Just need a smile on your face? Well, go down to Euclid in the 91 and shop around for some cars at Miller Toyota of Anaheim. Located at Euclid in the 91, a proud sponsor of community college sports, high school sports, all here on Sportsnet, USA.net.
I'm very excited to see if Gonzalez can come up and start us off here. We got Gonzalez, then we have Perez. After Perez, McChrystal. And then the best hitter on the team, Yazzie Jamison, in that 4 spot.
So Reina Gonzalez, the designated player, will start things off for Southwestern.
And you know, if you're Southwestern, you really want to get one here. You don't want to let it slip away too much. Right now, the momentum is on Santa Barbara's side, and they need to respond.
Like Pullen just flings it and says, now watch this. This is a wild pitch with a lot of speed on it. So when you get up there, don't dig your feet into the ground.
Reina Gonzalez is batting 111 on the year. Coming into this game, we'll look what she can do here. In her first at bat, she grounded out.
So Gonzalez fouls off the first pitch. Santa Barbara up by 2, bottom of the third. This game is taking a while. We're on an hour and 50-minute time limit. Pulling from the circle. Nice little off-speed pitch right down the middle. Pulling, stealing right now. Lazy little fly ball. Need to get some feet underneath it. Taken out of the air right there by Ballard. So Hope Ballard looked at first like she wasn't going to catch up with it. Comes down, gets it for the first out.
And a good job of pitching. Just enough drop on the action and just enough spin to create the illusion of a level hit. Once that ball drops, it's a good bat by Gonzalez to find the ball. But again, she came up underneath it.
Perez says to Ballard, well, are you tired yet? She says, no. Easy little fly ball. I'll take that one too, thank you.
And the pitches, again, Pullen is not overpowering, but again, she uses her variety and comes on the inside of that one, kind of handcuffed the batter on that one, and Perez had nothing to do with it but fight it off and pop it up.
Crystal needs to start something for this Southwestern team.
This is the girl you want up to bat. She's hitting .450 on the year. We'll see if she can put one in play and, just as Santa Barbara did, capitalize on 2-out hitting.
Pullen rolls that one in. 1-0 count. Crystal off the hands, just misses, dancing over the bag for a base hit. 3-1, Santa Barbara, third inning. Big 2-run homer, then they add 1 to it. Santa Barbara right now in control, Pullen in the circle, pitching a great game, according to Mr. Nalen. Ball's down and away. You do like the way she's pitching this game, don't you, Corey?
Yeah, because you talk to her head coach and the variety of pitches that she uses, she's using them now. She's up 3-1, but it seems like
Deep fly ball going back on it. Easy up next to the fence, and it looked like it was going to be gone, but Town said, I got a bead on it, and brings it home for Santa Barbara. So Southwestern goes away quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base as we head to the bottom of the third. It's to the top of the fourth. It's Santa Barbara 3, Southwestern 1. You're watching the Golden West College Tournament on SportsNetUSA.net.
And again, you don't mind that long fly out because she's using her field to work for her. She's giving those pitches that it's not going to be a home run because it wasn't off the mark. She hit right where she wanted. That was just a better job of batting to come around on it to hit it even that far. But yeah, she's doing a nice job of pitching with this 3-1 lead. You're feeling a little bit confident if you're Santa Barbara because you're expecting this type of game. Southwestern is explosive. They come in with the most wins of any tournament team in this tournament with 12. And right now they're being shut down in the first 3.
Well, and I think if you're Southwestern, you don't panic at this time. Corey, we saw them come back against a very good Golden West College team with the tournament director sitting next to us.
Coach Brasney. She's good luck for both teams. Good luck for hitters.
Tell you what, she was a little flinchy sitting next to us, wasn't she?
A little bit.
A little
But
bit.
that's what coaches do. They're always watching a game, and they're always watching it like a coach, even when they have no interest in the matter. We've been around enough coaches to know that you sit down with them, they're always going, their mind's always reeling, and see what happens.
We talked to Coach Congleton for Santa Barbara earlier today. She is a former doctor, played for New Mexico. She's got a very impressive resume, having coached for teams like Cal State Fullerton, along with her friend Kelly Ford.
She's a PhD.
So, never a former.
She is doctor, coach.
But again, go ahead, Mark, with that pitch. But Kelly Ford, we know that name.
Yeah. Jewel up at the plate for Santa Barbara.
And Kelly Ford is?
Kelly Ford was the coach at Mount Sac, won many conference championships while she was there, and then moved on to be head coach at Cal State University Fullerton. Next pitch down and away. Building a great program over at Cal State Fullerton is Kelly Ford.
The West Coast used to dominate in the softball league. Now coaches like Kelly Ford try to keep the players in town as the SEC and ACC are building their repertoire in the minds of softball greats.
Wow. You just lit up Mr. Nayland's eyes. You know, you see that commercial where the head explodes and the purple dust comes out? Don't get too close to Corey. That could happen. Next pitch by Simarusti. Drops down a little butt. Oh, I love this play. It's going to be close at first. Oh, base hit. Corey, there we talked about Jewel deadens the ball up the third baseline. Nobody can make a play. Simarusti doesn't come out of the circle quick enough, and boy, you couldn't have painted a better picture to drop a bunt.
15th hit of the season. Now look for her to steal a base. She had one earlier in this game, giving her 3. Good opportunity with no outs. Try to get runners in scoring position.
And once again, that just goes to show how big bunting is in this game of softball.
Runner goes, little bobble there, and we're going to get an error on Simarusti in the circle. That ball came right back to her, and the runner going just made her a little uneasy as she turned to get Vieira. Before the ball reached her, Jamison couldn't do a thing with it.
Yeah, with no outs, trying to get that lead runner was imperative to Simarusti, but again, she's got to catch that ball first. And she still had time to deliver if she couldn't get that lead runner to deliver it to first.
So Madison comes to the plate, the big DP. We'll see what she can do for the Santa Barbara team.
So McNamee in the first inning walked. In the second inning, grounded out to third. McNamee has 1 double and 9 hits on the season, 10 RBI.
Ball in the dirt, gets away. Everybody takes off, and that's what you want. Santa Barbara, we heard, they'll take advantage as Salas behind the plate. Actually, that's West behind the plate. My mistake. Lets the ball get away from her. And Santa Barbara takes advantage of it. Runners at second and third. Another one gets down there. and the catcher can't manage to get it. It goes between her legs, and what happens? A run gets home. So Santa Barbara puts another run on the board.
And that's going to be a pass ball on West. That just went right between the 5-hole. And Mark, I was just about to say, would you mind putting her on first base and walking her automatically to bring up a 133 hitter in Ogun?
Well, and that happens. And 3 pitches in a row. But Simarusti just had no height on him at all. And Santa Barbara takes advantage of those balls that roll in the dirt. Now we get the players who are going to talk to each other. This is one of the things the coaches like. Players that don't need a coach to get them all hyped up during a game. They'll talk to each other, say what's going on. Hey, we're only down by 3. Got runners at the corners, only 1 out. All we have to do is stop Santa Barbara here.
You can tell these players have a wonderful chemistry as they really calm down the pitcher. The pitcher's looking to come back in, fire, and get outs.
So Ogun up at the plate. Hit a little pop fly to second base, her last time up.
Ogun is batting 133 on the year. She comes from Carlsbad, and she's a freshman here.
Simarusti just can get no height on her pitchers, and basically what that happens is you're releasing the ball just a little too early, and it's coming off the fingers just before you want it to. Driven right there. Oh, through the wicket over at third base. And Santa Barbara gets another run in as Reza goes down for it. Can't get the glove down. Can't put the knee in front. And Santa Barbara is now feeling comfortable.
2 runs scored on errors. That's going to be E5 if you're scoring at home. That's one that should have been at least blocked, even if they couldn't get a play at first base. It would have held the runners, and we'd have bases loaded. Instead, it's now 5-1.
2 big errors as Hope Ballard now comes up. Ballard walked in the second. Hit a little pop fly to short last time up. Runners at second and third. Santa Barbara just feeling the cool breeze of Huntington Beach. Ballard drops it down there. Sweet looking bunt. Bobbled there, thrown away. Break for home. See if there's a play. Slide there. Runner scores. Santa Barbara being aggressive all over the plate. And I'm going to look at my official scorekeeper. That ball was bobbled when it was getting picked up. E?
E.
E5?
E1.
E1.
Like you said, Mark, aggressiveness on the base running. We heard it from the coach earlier. It's proven to be very, very key in this game as pass balls are hurting Southwestern right now.
Well, the 3 adages of softball: timely hitting, great pitching from the circle, and beautiful defense will win games for you. Southwestern right about now is saying, well, we got a crack in the wall. We need to patch it up. It's called defense here for our team.
So Jamison is coming back into the circle to pitch. Simarusti heading to first where she started the game, and Fana at second where she started. So back to that lineup, we have the starters, or the starting lineup back. So we got Jamison in the circle, West at catcher, Simarusti at first.
Yeah, you can smile because I know what you're thinking what Ryan Osborne would be saying right now. Boy, they love to change things on Mr. Pavlovich.
Fana at second, Riza at at third, McChrystal at short, Riolo in left, Perez in center, and Taronas in right field.
And Corey, there's a discussion on the field. I can't see what the discussion would be because it was a clean play at home. It was a bobbled ball in the circle.
We're going to send one of our fans out here to see at the official scorekeeper and what happened on that play, what they were discussing.
So we have runners at first and second. Santa Barbara's now up 6-1 here in the top of the fourth. And I can't see if that's Sorensen or did King re-enter the game?
It is Sorensen still in there.
So Sorensen is up again.
Singled in her third inning.
Sorensen, who was batting .083 when she came into this tournament. start the runners. Fouled off by Sorensen.
You just like the aggressiveness of the Vaqueros. I mean, you have a runner on third, you got a runner on first. They're not afraid to lay that one down. And yeah, the runner on third is just not standing there. She's moving halfway down the line looking to score, depending on what the defense is going to do. When the defense thinks, they're in trouble.
Right now, Santa Barbara is applying pressure on this defense, making them feel it and making them earn their outs.
Pitch is high and away for a ball. Jamison back in the circle. Southwestern has dug a deep hole in this game. Runner goes, fouled off.
And again, the first 3 runs of this ball game for Santa Barbara were earned. These 3 in this inning have been unearned, and there's still no outs.
And you like the fact that Ballard was off on the pitch for Santa Barbara. Ballard at first. Sorensen at the plate. Jamison brings it. Ballard goes. An uncontested stolen base for Santa Barbara.
One thing that stands out about Yazzie is she strikes batters out. She has 71 Ks on the year.
Sorensen fouls it over. It's going to get out of play. So Sorensen still up there. Ballard now over at second with her stolen base. Hogan at third. Sorensen feeling it at the plate. Young lady comes in under 100, comes in here at the Golden West softball tournament, and all of a sudden says, I get a base hit. Hey, watch me now.
That's the beauty of these tournaments. It's really a fresh start for the players. If they're struggling in conference play, they can come here and just get a hot start.
And what does she do? She takes it up the alley. Sorensen heads for second. Ball goes under the fence. We get a ground rule double.
Great piece of hitting by Sorensen. That'll really help the batting average.
Came inside out and drove that to left center. Goes under the fence for that ground rule double. But again, you both said it, under 100, that fresh start for Sorensen. She's really found her confidence with 2 straight hits.
She gets 2 RBIs on that double.
So far, the report from Congleton is really living true. What she told us earlier is look for power hitters, extra base hits, and speed.
That
These
one's
are all
going to
playing
get up there, drops, gets over on a misplayed ball by Riolo in left field, goes all the way to the fence. Sorensen's going to come in, turn the corner, inside the park. Here comes the play, tag at the plate. She's out of there.
Aggressiveness on the base pass. That's what we're seeing right now.
And that's going to be a triple. But again, she went home, and Jackson was looking for her second home run of the game. She already had 1 single. She's 3 for 3 now. But you can see she was huffing and puffing and chugging around third. Made it close. With that relay play, gets the first out of the inning.
So aggression, and now we're at 9-1, and that mercy rule is lingering right around the corner. Plus the time limit is too. We get an hour and 50 minutes for these games.
One thing Congleton pointed out early on is that these base runners, they have the green light. So in the case of Jackson there, she didn't even have to look at the base coach. She knew that she could go for that play and try to make a huge play for her team.
Salas swings through that one. Salas the catcher for the Santa Barbara team. 9 big runs on the board for Santa Barbara. Northern California feeling smooth. Oh! Deep ball, deep back all the way to the fence. Salas turns, heads for second. Another extra base hit for Santa Barbara.
Monica Salas, a nice job out there getting her 21st, making her 22nd hit of the season. That's 3 in this game.
Double, triple, double. Wait a minute, isn't that something I order?
That sounds like a burger.
I was going to say, put a little lettuce on top. Corey and I both eat it. Santa Barbara just having fun in the dugout. 9-1, top of the 4th. Everybody's getting a base hit for Santa Barbara. Towns back of the lace. Guys, I told you Towns wanted to hit in every inning. Towns is hitting in every inning in this softball game.
And if a double play doesn't occur here, we're batting back around. With Alyssa Ray Jewell on deck. She started this inning with a bunt single.
Right now, if you're Southwestern, you're really looking for a big play. Get out of this inning and limit the damage.
And you're looking for rain if you're Southwestern. Down the line, base hit. So we're batting around. Runners at the corner. Head to second. Heads up play. Oh, I love that. Town sees nobody picking it up. Says, hey, I got the fast lane. I'm just going to keep going. Excuse me, let me pass you and park my car.
I'm going to give her a double on that hit. I'm generous
Oh,
today.
I tell you what, you buy it, I'd order food.
The defense needs to pick up a little life here. They almost didn't even expect the aggressiveness on the base pass. The shortstop just held the ball.
And that's why I'm giving it a double on that play.
So that's 4 extra base hits in a row for Santa Barbara. Alicia Jewell says, hey, let me get in on this. Jewell takes that down, goes in the dirt.
And still only 1 out, gentlemen.
Salas over at third. Towns over at second. A big 6 runs in this inning. Taken down the middle. Jameson said, you could have left me at second. I'd have felt a lot better right about now. Santa Barbara having fun. Southwestern, no big grins. Off the plate.
So Jewell 2 for 2. Sacrificed in the first inning. Singled in the second and earlier this inning.
Jewell is off to a impressive start this season. She's batting .412 on the year.
Foul ball.
We'll see what Jewell can do here as she steps up to the plate. Commanding lead right now for Santa Barbara. Southwestern looking to get out of this inning.
Runner at second and third. The windup. Little slap in no man's land. Short hop. Throw to first, not in time. No, it isn't. Oh, give me the scooter. Hop on it, not get down the line. Woo! Add a little speed to that young woman. Corey, she put on the jets on that last step.
I had her out.
I had her saved. Did you really have her out?
Yeah, I think that foot came down just a fraction of a second too late. I think the ball was there in the glove.
So Vieira fouls it off.
We were told by Coach Congleton that Vieira holds the most potential to go D1. She's a third baseman and a pure hitter.
5 hits, 7 big runs in this inning. It's Santa Barbara 10, Southwestern 1. Jameson. Ball's high, no throw. So now again we have runners at second and third.
And that's been the consistent theme of this game, or this inning. Runners at second and third in scoring position, being aggressive on the base paths.
Taken for a strike.
And don't forget, the next game here on SportsNetUSA.net will be Antelope Valley, the Marauders versus the East LA Huskies.
Fouled off. 1-2, 1 out. 10-1 Santa Barbara.
When we got here to Huntington today, it was a little sprinkly. The weather's holding off for us. A little gloomy, a little humid.
Ephus pitch comes in, score another one. And you've got to feel really bad for West back there. Corey, balls that West should be handling behind the plate. She hasn't knocked them down, and 3 runs have come in because of that.
Yeah, we saw her strong performance yesterday when she threw out 2 runners at second base trying to steal. Today, she's just having a hard time, like you said.
Little drop, foul ball.
And it's one of those things that when the first one gets by, you say, that's okay, I get back and get to the next one. When the second one gets by you, you're thinking, man, I really got to do better. When the third one gets by, you say, this ain't my day. And it creeps into your mind when the fourth and fifth get by.
So runner at third. 10-run lead for Santa Barbara. Off-speed pitch says, give it to me. Oh, just doesn't get enough of it as Riolo takes it in, but that's going to bring in the 12th run of the game.
For Vieira, that's just what you want to do. She sat back on the ball and pulled it into the left field, driving in a run and helping her team extend the lead.
12-1.
I'm really impressed by Santa Barbara's chemistry today, willing to sacrifice for their teammates and playing with one goal in mind, and that is to win this ballgame.
Madison comes up and says, wait a minute, haven't I been here before? Nobody on? Wait a minute. How many were on? She walked her last time at the plate. Puts a charge into that one and just hooks it out of bounds. So she's going to walk back to the tee it back up. She'll be hitting her third shot on this hole. It's Santa Barbara 12, Southwestern 1. That's right, we're in the top of the fourth. An hour and 50 minutes is what you're allowed for the game. Mercy rule will be applied at the end of this inning if Southwestern can get no runs. Knee swings and misses.
So McNamee with that swing and miss, that's the third out of the inning, and
they,
everybody's
you know what?
confused.
Even the umpire sort of stood there too. So for Santa Barbara, they get 9 runs on 5 hits, 3 huge errors, and 1 left on base. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, it's Santa Barbara 12, Southwestern 1. You are watching the Golden West College softball tournament on SportsNetUSA.net.
Jamison, Riza, and Fana due up for the Jaguars.
And we'll look to see what they can do here. As Mark pointed out, if they are unable to score a run here, it could be the end of the game.
So still out there defensively for Santa Barbara, Ballard in left, Towns in center, Jackson over and right, King at first, Jewell at second, Ogan at short, Vieira at third, Monica Salas behind the plate, and Poland, well, Poland now is just feeling really, really comfortable.
Poland's relaxed right now. Poland's out there and she's ready to deal. It really helps when your offense has a day like this for you.
Be having fun if you were in the circle, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
Well, that's if you could pitch.
Definitely, Mark.
I've seen you play, so, you know, you'd be hoping your team would score 12 runs so they'd put you on the field.
Certainly, Mark.
So Poland could end it right here. Remember, there are mercy rules. We talked about this yesterday with the coaches about the mercy rule, and a lot of the coaches feel like the mercy rule should be amended on what it should be. It normally is 8 runs after 5.
It's tough in this tournament play. Got to keep the games going. We got 3 games today, one at 1 o'clock, another at 3, and another at 5, all broadcasted here live on SportsNetUSA.net.
Yasmin Jasmine comes up to the plate, pulls the first pitch foul. Had a base hit her first time up, then stole a base. Pulling from the circle. Does a little dance, brings it home. That one's going to be high.
Poland's got a lot of ferocity in her windup. It's very impressive to watch. She seems very poised out there.
Got to get that torque on the pitch to get your speed on it, so you will actually see him torque the body. Pulling in front, drops, brings it down, sidesteps, brings it home. So you watch her in the circle, and what she does is there's some that will actually step out of the way of the pitch so that they can get the ball through past the hip. There's someone that will bring it around the hip. Pulling brings it home. Right there down the line, foul ball. 12-1, 2-2 count. Southwestern feeling gloomy like the weather right about now.
Yazzie looking to get something started here. On the season, she's batting .278 with 14 RBIs. She is the one you want up, and we'll see what she can do as she steps in. No outs.
Next pitch, foul. Somebody ought to be going down because this could be a mercy game and getting lineups for the next game. Why don't you guys go together and then just do like we did. Got our minions of media madness out here getting lineups for us. It's going to drop, goes down, a base hit. So Jamison drops it right down there. Towns couldn't get up quickly enough. Jamison turns, goes to second, throw it away. Towns backs it up, and so aggressive play by Southwestern. You're down by 11. You take that additional base, and the unfortunate thing is now Jamison being aggressive. Looks like she probably jammed a hand into second base.
And that's too bad, Mark. We were told by Coach Mazzadehi earlier today that Yazzie is the fastest runner on the team, and she holds the green light out there on the base pass. And we see that there as she is aggressive, always looking to take an extra base, and looks like she'll be okay to move on in the game. They need her. They need her out there. Maybe she can take third.
Sandra Reza now coming up. Reza, the lone RBI hitter on this team. Jamison at second, Reza at the plate, no outs. Bottom of the fourth, Southwestern trying to get on the board somehow. Reza checks swings, takes that for a ball. Poland just dealing from the circle, looking to bring it home. Has a full house right now, just making sure that Southwestern can't draw 4 aces. Poland dips. Once again, little off speed, nice motion, doesn't get the call.
Reza steps in, batting .360 on the year. Looking to knock one in.
Santa Barbara. That's going to be high and away. 3-0 count. And this is when you're Santa Barbara, you're going to watch your person in the circle. If they're getting a little tired, you're going to go maybe quickly to bring in somebody else for relief. Pulling, dips, brings it home. So now you have runners on first and second, no out.
Pullen hasn't worked into these situations often today.
Pullen's going to have a conversation. Monica Salas walks out there, gives her pitcher a little hand slap. Says, hey, look, you're up by 11 runs. Umpire says, we're on a time limit, ladies. Let's keep this game moving. You can hear Santa Barbara screaming out player to player.
If you're Southwestern right now, you got the momentum. You want to be up there chanting loud, and we see that as they're all standing up for their teammates.
Now up at the plate, runners at first and second, nobody out for Southwestern. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Santa Barbara, strong outfield with Jackson, Towns, and Ballard. They're playing deep. They'll let something drop in front of them. Don't want to get something over their head. Ball's fouled away.
Big swing there. Trying to put something in play, maybe drive a runner in.
And we'll see if Santa Barbara, who's gotten out of tough innings on 2 wonderful double plays in today's game, a 6-4-3, a 4-6-3, twice, helped Pullen pull off a little magic. We'll see. Up the middle, dug there. Flip over to second for 1. That's all they can get. And oh, that double play almost came again.
You're right, Mark. It looked like she was going to turn it there, but she might as well just hold on to the ball, not let a pass ball would have hurt them there. A runner would have scored. I like the idea by the second baseman.
So Toronis now comes up. Runners at the corner, 1 out for Southwestern. Takes that first pitch up and inside for a ball.
We got a very young Southwestern team, mostly all freshmen. Torona steps in, batting .319 on the year. Lefty looking to slap this one, puts one in play and driving a run. That runner on third base looks like she's ready to come home.
Next pitch, up and away. Pulling. Brings it home. Torona's trying to slap it. Steps out of the box. Fouls it off. Santa Barbara 12. Southwestern 1. Bottom of the 4th here at Golden West College. Pulling. Dips. Little pop. Taken out of the air. Nobody can move on that one. As Ogun just settles underneath it at shortstop, says, I've got it, it's mine, brings it into her glove for the second out of the inning. 2 down,
Yep.
2 on.
We got Riolo stepping up, the first baseman. She's batting .212 on the year.
Riolo looks for a pitch, high and tight for a ball. Pullen says, you know what, I love my defense. They bailed me out all day long. Let's see if they can do it one more time for me. Off the end of the bat, foul ball. Came down in the box, then kicked forward. Foul ball. Ball was foul played, then came forward. Therefore, a called foul behind the plate. Great umpired game again today. 12-1, Santa Barbara. Next pitch. Deep drive, left field, right field, going back, underneath it, easily taken there by Maggie Jackson. So nobody can get on board for Southwestern. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 players left on base. As we head to the top of the 5th inning, it's Santa Barbara 12, Southwestern 1. And as everybody goes out, and I think they're going to call this game a mercy game. Let's see if, well, no, you know, it's really interesting. The way Southwestern is walking out, it almost looked like Southwestern said, okay, we concede the mercy game. They slowly come on the field defensively, and I think they know when they look at the 5th inning, hey, we're down by 11. Got a time limit going on.
We'll look to see what they can do here. Up 12-1 in the game for Santa Barbara.
So Cimarusti goes back into the circle for Southwestern. So Cimarusti in the circle again. Jamison goes back over to second base. And Santa Barbara now is going to start feeding us. Well, I think they should start feeding us a lot of players that we haven't seen in this game. So we'll see what happens. As we're in the top of the 5th inning, it's Santa Barbara 12, Southwestern 1. You're watching this game on Sportsnet USA.net.
Still the same pitcher out there.
Cimarusti's in the circle now.
Cimarusti's in for Jamison, that's right.
Jamison's at second. Santa Barbara is up by 11. Cimarusti bounces it in the ground to Ogun.
Hearing a lot of energy over there on that Santa Barbara bench. Just rooting on their teammates.
Ogun got on last time on an error. Drives it up the middle, down in the dirt. Pick it up, flip over to first. Oh, get me dirty, make a play. That's exactly what you want if you're Southwestern, and you've got to love being down by 11. Players that refuse to give up defensively for Southwestern. And Reza goes down, digs it out, eats a little dirt, and still makes the play for a team who's down by 11. A lot of heart over at third base. Fouled away. Hope Ballard now comes up. Ballard got on an error last time up. Flied to short the time before that. Simarusti brings it against Ballard.
Ballard came into this game batting 185. Look to see what she can do here.
Ballard trying to get out. Simarusti wants to shut the door to give her team a opportunity. It's off the plate, down and low for a ball. 1, 3, and 5 over here on sports8usa.net today. A lot of softball left for you. Taken back up the middle, and Ballard gets another hit for Santa Barbara.
You gotta love the enthusiasm and the chanting you hear over there on the Santa Barbara bench, really rooting on their teammates. Very impressive. Good morality leads to hits, leads to runs, leads to being on the same page in the game.
12 runs, 12 hits for Santa Barbara now in the game. They got a dozen working out here. Ballard over at first. One away. Ballard says, well, maybe I'll go, maybe I'll stay. Sorensen says, you know what? I'm feeling good, so just let me come to the plate.
Sorensen batting 083 on the year.
And what's Sorensen do? Well, Sorensen says, I'll take another base hit. Jamison knocks it down, has a play at third, safe there. Sorensen goes to second, safe there. So aggressive running for Santa Barbara again. Base hit for Sorensen, takes second on the throw, and Hope Ballard goes all the way over to third.
That's really been the story of the game, Mark. Aggressive base running. And as you see there, now you got runners in scoring position, second and third.
Maggie Jackson up to the plate. Jackson fouls it off. So Sorensen said, wait a minute, you said my batting average on the air? Well, I just got 3 hits, and now I'm batting about .552.
He's batting great today, Mark.
Simarusti says, I'm just looking to get out of the inning. Next pitch off the plate for a ball.
One thing I really noticed about Sorensen is her work ethic. When she wasn't out there on the field, she was over here hitting off the tee before the game and during the game. Very impressive work ethic by Sorensen.
Simarusti rocks. Down and away. Another ball. 13 hits, 12 runs, and a few errors mixed in there. Santa Barbara's feeling on offensive heaven today.
It all started with Maggie, who's up to the plate now with a 2-run home run, really setting the pace for the offense.
She says, well, let's drive in a couple more as she just takes the left field throw home. Nice play from right field as Torona says, hey, you know, enough's enough. Let me just get it home quickly so that you can't get another run in.
Maggie Joe adding on to her list of RBIs today. She's got 4 on the day.
So Monica Salas comes up. 13-1 here in the top of the 5th.
Sal is one of the more impressive batters on this team. She's batting .500 with 17 RBIs and 4 doubles coming into the game. Let's see what she can do here.
13 hits, 13 runs for Santa Barbara. Boy, you'll take that any day if you're a head coach. Sun's coming out, shining on Santa Barbara. Simarusti brings it. Deep fly ball. Back, back, back. Oh, kiss it. Goodbye. Another home run for Santa Barbara. And Monica Salas says, thank you very much, as she hits a 3-run home run.
Second home run of the day, Mark. The 8 and 9 hitters proving very effective for Santa Barbara as they both came up big in big situations with RBIs on home runs.
So 4 runs, 4 hits as the parade continues for for Santa Barbara here in the top of the 5th. Monica Salas, home run. Maggie Jackson, a home run. Everybody in between just dancing away, saying, let me take a base or two in this game. And Sydney Town says, hey guys, guess what? I'm up again. 5 at-bats, 5 innings. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Town says, oh, I'm going to stay out of here. Down the line, Towns turns the corner, head for second. She's not stopping there. It's a foot race. Play at third. Towns goes down. Big triple for Towns.
There's a little overthrow from the second baseman to third. Towns got up immediately looking to take that extra base. The base running is key here for Santa Barbara. Always aware on the base pass.
It's extra base city for Santa Barbara. Simarusti says, you know, I really am an infielder, not a pitcher. I feel really, you know, this is the stage of the game. We were told that about this young woman, that she really is an infielder, not a pitcher. You got to feel bad. That one again through the wickets, heading for home. Easy little score on a pass ball.
Once again, Carmen West getting her money's worth today. Really having to work behind the plate. A few of past balls have ended up in runs scored for Santa Barbara.
5 more runs for Santa Barbara on 5 more hits in this inning. 17-1. Little slap play. Bobbled at first. Dropped there. Error over at first base. So Jewel gets on. E3 is the call. And that's now the 4th error of the game for Southwestern. Runner at first. The beat goes on.
The sun seems to be peeking its head out right now here in Huntington, but runs are raining in. Precipitation.
17-1 here in the top of the 5th. That one in the dirt. Blocked there, turned the corner. And one of those days, like Mr. Nayland said, if you're West right now, no matter what you do, the ball goes through the wickets, the ball hits you in the head, you just are having a tough day being that battery Nate. Up, drop, kicked up, throw to first, get him there. No throw back to third. So it looked like, once again, a bobbled little play and that Vieira was going to get on, but they stick with it and throw her out.
Riza really handled that ball well and released over to the first base. Nice play over there by Riza.
2 outs. It's a slugfest for Santa Barbara.
We got McNamee coming up at the plate. She's batting .375 with 10 RBIs coming in the game.
5 runs on home runs. Too many errors by Southwestern. Swung and missed. Ball goes down in the air. Nobody advances. Corey, you're back on the air with us. You had to leave for a second. You came back on. You've talked about a catcher that just has had any sort of feeling back there taken away from her in this game.
Yeah, it's just one of those games that just got away from you, and it got away from both pitchers for Southwestern. Salas was the last one to hit that home run, and she belted that one almost to the scoreboard.
Next pitch, high and away.
And it's one of those things that this is the type of game, Sean, that Santa Barbara has really been looking forward all season long.
Yeah, 8-4 coming in to this tournament. Feeling good about what they've got. High strike call.
The Jaguars, Southwestern stepped in this game 2-1 in a neutral field. Looks like they might break even 2-2.
Well, if they come back, it's going to be a long inning. Take it up there. Over to first in time. Doug dropped. Another error in the game. Who we throwing that on, Corey?
E3. It was a good enough throw that for now, all she had to do was come up with it. But again, that's that mental mind state that you're in right now when you're down already 18-1. You just want to get out of the inning, but you don't know if you have the strength to get out of the inning.
Little flip over to second, and that brings the mercy to an end here as we head to the bottom of the fifth. 6 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 1 left on base. As we head to bottom of 5, it's Santa Barbara 18, Southwestern 1. You're watching the Golden West College softball tournament on Sportsnet USA.net. Couple 3-pointers, step back. Seth Curry says, oh, 18? I get that in 30 seconds in a basketball game. Oh, you're not going to be able to read this. You know you can't make out heads or tails of mine anyway. So Southwestern will come up for their last appearance in this game today.
See what they can do here.
They'd have to pick up 11 for this game to keep going because of the mercy rule. And because of the time limit, 1 hour and 50. I'm sure we're pushing that right now.
We still got Pullen out there in the circle, throwing strong, throwing an impressive game, only giving up 1 run so far today.
You could put me in the circle right now.
Defense is...
Let's not go that far, gentlemen.
You know what I'm feeling good about? You heard what he called us. Gentlemen.
I was trying to be gentle on your psyche.
Thank you. Thank you. 18-1. Santa Barbara talked about they had power, that they had people who were power hitters. That Corey, they said double and above, not home run hitters. They have proven that they have a powerful hitting team. Pullen puts the first one in the dirt for a ball. Southwestern just has had a long day today against Santa Barbara.
Mark, this is their final game today. They played the 9 a.m. one this morning. That's an early game on a Saturday. When you're trying to get up after you spent a late night here yesterday. That is really an early game, and they're finishing up here for this 1 o'clock, and we're still going to try to get Coach Mosadegi on. And the next game, after she talks to her squad, so they get ready for tomorrow. And they'll play tomorrow East LA in the final game at 1.
Cimarusti up at the plate.
Just a reminder to you guys, we have 3 games on schedule here at sportsnet.usa.net today. First at 1, another at 3, and another at 5.
Cimarusti takes it back to the circle. Pullen goes over to first for the first out. You know, you just took that term, gentleman, and just destroyed it. Yeah, you know what? Corey, you're right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, it's right on the hat.
It's right on the hat. Pullen brings it home. Southwestern has had a long day today. 18-1, Santa Barbara, bottom of the 5th. Back, pitcher says, hey, let me do it again. And then they try to throw it around the horn and flip it into left field.
That's really been their only error today.
It has been. And, you know, before this game ends, Corey, I once again go back to Pullen. You watch her in the circle. I know she's got a 17-run lead, but she has really pitched well for Santa Barbara today.
Well, it's been the same whether it's been a
3 in a row, and she says, it's all mine. And that should bring us to the end of the game. As we come to the end of the game, it's going to be Santa Barbara 18, Southwestern 1. Corey, as we look at this game, we're getting ready for the next one. We've got one more game at 3 and another game at 5 here on SportsNetUSA.net. So let's get ready for the next game. We're going to get ready here on SportsNetUSA.net as Santa Barbara walks away. And Santa Barbara had 16 hits and got 18 runs on multiple errors by Southwestern. So with Santa Barbara 18, Southwestern 1. That's the end of our first game here on SportsNet USA.net.